You know that in September we celebrated 3 years of making it through the pandemic, we'll say, 3 years of surviving. And God has been he's been incredibly gracious during that time. And he's not done yet, apparently. He's blessed Grace Point with a wonderful Christmas gift that I'm excited to tell you about. The elders and I are excited to announce that this week we finalized a handshake agreement to lease a building for the church. And that's, yes, set up and tear down team. That means no set up and tear down. I've been waiting 18 months for this to work out in some sense. I know, what a handshake. This is what we waited for. This is what we worked for. But this is only the beginning. And I want to tell you a little bit about it. It's 5,000 square feet. It's right on 192. Florida Department of Transportation says 35,000 cars a day pass by this building. So it's incredible visibility for the church. It's going to be ours 7 days a week, 365 days a year. With this building comes countless new opportunities. Really, all that you can dream is what you can do when you have this tool. And a building is not an end. It's a means to an end, which is the mission that God has put us on as a church. So you can be thinking about things like, it's a home for our youth to meet on Thursday night, not meeting in a home, but at a home of their own. It's got an incredible place upstairs for them to meet. A place for our band to practice during the week, rooms for Grace Point kids, the ability to do a standard 5-day VBS like we want to, not having to do the summer series like we have, and I'm sure like all our teachers are just going to be so happy about that, all our Grace Point kids teachers. Now, we'll continue meeting at Michigan Avenue Elementary for the time being while the building is getting ready, while we're getting it ready. But we want you to do some things. We want you to be, number one, excited about this wonderful gift that God has blessed Grace Point with. We want you to know that there are move-in costs. The church, you've been incredibly generous this year, and we hope you'll be just as generous this holiday season as we have really tangible needs that are quite expensive move-in costs, because with leasing a building comes increased financial responsibility as a church. I'll talk more about that in just a moment. We want you to be praying that God would help us to steward this building well. Like I said, it's not an end, it's a means to an end. It's a different Great Commission tool than this building is. This building has its advantages and disadvantages. That building has its advantages and disadvantages, but we believe that the advantages are upsides for a church of our size, a growing congregation, that we feel God is actually leading us this direction as your elders. We want you to praise God for his giving heart. He's been generous to us in this. We were not even expecting this. This came to us. We got a text message one day. It's a God thing. We didn't go looking for this. We were heads down, Great Commission focused, and God did this, so be excited. We'll continue sharing more in the coming weeks. This is not the only time you'll hear me talking about this, but we want you to know that our move-in date is Sunday, January 22nd. So keep coming here. Don't change anything. Keep doing what we do. We're not going to give you the address. We don't want you showing up there early, setting up in the parking lot and worshiping. Keep coming here. We're going to keep worshiping, and we'll give you more announcements in the coming weeks. We have some other exciting things relative to this. So praise God.